It's time for match number 22 of CPL 2020. The Guyana Amazon Warriors in action against the Barbados Tridents. Let's build our fantasy team then. On my 11th Circle fantasy pick on ESPNcricinfo, I'm Ronak Kapoor. All set to join me is Darren Ganga. So the Barbados Tridents must still be reeling in shock after going down against the St. Lucia Zooks in that bizarre game where they couldn't chase down 92. But let's have a look at our pro tip and see what Darren Ganga has to offer as a result of that game. Mitchell Santner didn't play in that last match due to a niggle. If he is in the 11, we liken him to be a straightforward pick. If he continues to sit out, we're recommending Hayden Walsh Jr. I wonder if Santner would have made a difference. You know, he's a calm and cool customer. He could have helped his side get over the line against the Zooks. Darren, do you recommend that pro tip is sound? We bring in Mitchell Santner if he's available?
I've always advocated that Mitch Santner should be batting higher in this Barbados Tridents lineup. He's batted on 5 occasions, 4 times. He's been not out. So that alone shows that he warrants a promotion. He's got 5 wickets as well. He bowls in the power play. He bowls in the death overs in the middle. He's such a versatile player that I think his loss was felt in that game against the Zooks when they went down having to chase 92. So I expect that he will feature. He had a little bit of a niggle. So for the Barbados Tridents to gain more points, it will be important for him to feature in the 11.
All right, let's move towards our team and our top picks. Before that, quick reminder on the My 11 Circle Fantasy app, 100 credits for every user to build their fantasy team. 4 categories of players to pick from: batsmen, bowlers, wicket keepers, and all-rounders. You can pick a maximum of 7 players from one team in any particular contest, and every player's individual credit value is listed right there on the app. Let's move towards our top picks, and our recommendations for captain include Nicholas Pooran, as good as a player as you'll find at the moment, and fresh off a 45-ball century. He's not only shown what he's capable of when at his best, Pooran, he's also shown that on these relatively tough surfaces, as we're seeing for batting in CPL 2020, a class player will stand out. He can get you some extra points with the gloves in and in the field, so make sure Nicholas Pooran is your captain. Vice captain is Rashid Khan. Very curious to see what Darren thinks of that, because he's not quite got the heaps of wickets. Players and batsmen and opposition sides tend to play out Rashid Khan more, so not as many fantasy points and wickets, but always a safe bet, you'd think, Rashid Khan. Captains give you double the points and vice captains 1.5 times, so pick them carefully. Among our top picks is Imran Tahir, who we've recommended quite regularly as captain whenever the Guyana Amazon Warriors have played. He's among our top picks for this one. He's among the highest wicket takers in the tournament as well. And don't look beyond Imran Tahir, at least for your 11s. Jason Holder's there as well. He's pretty much a contributor with bat or ball, if not both, whenever he plays. So that's a pretty solid all-round option too, in spite of Kyron Pollard taking a liking to him in that brilliant game against the Knight Riders. Let's have a quick look at our top choices. Nicholas Pooran is captain, Rashid Khan vice captain, and Imran Tahir and Jason Holder. Darren, thoughts on that?
Yeah, what we saw a lot of teams doing is obviously trying to blunt the effect of spinners against them. So they're more conservative, more cautious against the likes of Imran Tahir, Rashid Khan. That's why their wickets column doesn't reflect a large number of wickets. However, having said that, there are other spinners who feel the brunt of that sort of conservative approach to the top class spinners. So you saw Kyron Pollard take apart Hayden Walsh Jr. So that is what has accounted for these guys not being so prolific with the ball. But I expect that over time, they will continue to show their true form, because even if they're not picking up wickets, they're bowling economically, which is also contributing towards these bowling units being so successful.
All right, so there you have it. Go for your spinners, at least the reliable ones, the likes of Tahir and Rashid Khan. Among our value picks, a couple of young players. I'm sure Darren will enjoy giving us some insight on them. But Joshua Bishop is there after an impressive debut for the Tridents in the game against St. Lucia Zooks. He does look like a spinner who's got a good head over his shoulders. Naveen ul Haq is there as well, another impressive youngster who has bowled some tough overs in CPL 2020 and come out on top against more experienced batsmen at the other end. So a pretty decent value pick, Naveen ul Haq, as well as Joshua Bishop. Quick look at the full team. Nicholas Pooran and Johnson Charles as keeper options. Shimron Hetmeyer from the Warriors. You've got Jason Holder, Kemo Paul, Mitch Santner, and Chris Green as all-round options. And Imran Tahir, Naveen ul Haq, Rashid Khan, and Joshua Bishop. Darren, any more options you'd like to throw in there?
Well, I mean, I like to go for guys who I think might have an outside chance of playing, and they will bring a different sort of value to particular teams. One guy, Romario Shepherd, I think he got the chance to play in the last game for the Warriors. He bowls in the death overs. He did quite well, and he is a powerful striker of the cricket ball. He might be someone that you would want to include in your side. He plays for the Warriors. He's had a taste of international cricket for the West Indies. So I still think we should not discount the impact of seamers, because we're going back to the Brian Lara Cricket Academy and we saw there that seam dominated spin. So that's why another good important tip for you guys is not to overload your team with a lot of spinners, but also take into consideration the balance required to have seamers as well, who have done pretty well at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy.
Darren Ganga, excellent from you as always. Plenty more coming up from Darren Ganga as CPL 2020 action kicks on, and we'll of course continue to help you build your fantasy team on My 11 Circle Fantasy Pick on ESPN Cricinfo.